Hi, this is Luke. I'm just going to sort of experiment a bit with some glycerine into my e-cigarette. So there's the glycerine, just the standard stuff you buy from chemists. I think you can get it from some supermarkets as well. It doesn't actually say whether it's vegetable or propylene or whatever. That's the stuff you get. Anyway, basically these e-cigarettes that I got, I found they're a little bit inconsistent with the vapor. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is these ones, they sort of don't indicate that you can refill them. They've got this end, which is the battery connection end, and this end. Now on the white ones, it all looks like one solid piece of plastic, so it doesn't look like you can actually open them. But I've seen other videos where people have actually taken them off, and one of the methods I was shown on the video was to get a thumbtack like this and stick it in the end and just sort of pry it out. So I'll try and show you. Basically you just sort of pushing that down, see how it comes off, and there's a little rubber, almost clear rubber sort of stopper in there. Anyway, so you just put those down obviously in a safe spot so you don't lose them. And then inside, I'm not sure if the camera's good enough for this, but inside there's a sort of a wadding around the outside, and then in the middle is sort of like a cardboardy sort of thing with a wire running through the middle. So I've mixed up some of this stuff, as I say, probably about I've got a little 3ml bottle from when I used to use for contact lenses. Anyway, so what I've done is I've put about, this is 3ml bottle, I've put roughly 2.5 mils of glycerine into it, and then roughly 5 or 6 drops of distilled water, like little tiny drops, not actual mils, but just drops, just to make it a little bit more or less gluggy, because the glycerine tends to be a little bit gluggy. So anyway, so what I'm going to do, I like to leave it on the end of the battery like that, just so you've got something to hold on to. So I'm just going to drip some into the battery. Now when I'm doing it, I mean obviously I'll try and let you see it, but essentially you want to drip it, let's get a better angle, onto the actual side of the thing, so that it doesn't drip into the middle, so it drips it onto the side. So you sort of want to angle it a little bit. Anyway, so that's going to soak in. What I like to do to get the little thing back on is I actually stick those, I'm sure you can see that, but stick those little things back onto the end of the thumbtack, and then use the pin end of the thumbtack to guide it all in. Usually it works. It's not working this time for some reason. There we go. And then I can use the, this bit to actually make it all nice and flush with the thing again. So anyway, so that's that one done. You can vape it straight away, but obviously it's going to take a little while to for the glycerine to soak in properly. A couple of minutes, nothing more than that. Anyway, I've tried it with this one as well. This is one that's, as I say, already still got liquid in it, e-liquid, with an orange flavour. So again, just take it out as I showed you earlier, and then add some drops to it. Yeah, so that's back in, it's all nice and flush again. So we'll grab the one I filled first. Just wipe that off a bit. Right. So as you can see, huge amounts of vapor, and that's basically what this glycerine stuff does. So any e-liquid that you get is going to have this stuff in it, this glycerine stuff in it, and that's really the stuff that's making all the vapor. So this is a 5-second drag on this one. So yeah. Anyway. Now this one, I noticed the last flavoured card I tried doing it with didn't really get as much vapor. I think that's because obviously it's got the it's not going to soak in as much because of the other stuff that's already in there. So I'll just see what this does this time. Yeah, so it doesn't seem to give as much hit, I mean as much vapor as the other one does. I'm not sure why that is, because I mean I'm using the same glycerine which makes the vapor, and this one didn't have anything at all in it before, so obviously the glycerine is making smoke. You can see the amount of smoke it's making, but for some reason, because this one already had the e-liquid in there, it doesn't seem to smoke up as much or vaporize as much for some reason. So same 8-second drag. Still experimenting around with it, but it's definitely this stuff that makes the stuff, makes all the vapor. Anyway, I'm going to be getting a new Titan 510 personal vapor, or e-cigarette, or nicotine inhaler, or whatever you want to call them. They produce just naturally a lot more vapor by themselves. So I guess once I get that going, I'm going to start mixing my own e-juice, so getting the flavourless, or I think there's one called Platinum Ice, getting all that, and essentially, I'm mixing my own, adding my own glycerine, my own flavours, so anyway, I'll once I get that, I'll probably do a review of the Titan 510 e-cigarette and the flavours that I get.